breathe. I've got a job interview today. If it means literally bleaching my loved ones, I'm fully prepared to do that. Oh hey, welcome back to the vlog. I am not thriving today. For those of you who are new, hi, my name's Amy. I'm your internet bestie for all things personal development, intentional living, and dream chasing. And I don't usually have all of this going on, although actually I kind of do. See, we are going into the 5th week of me having this cold. I thought last weekend that I was finally getting over it because I wasn't sneezing so much. I was finally able to stop breathing through my nose. My arms and legs weren't aching, and I thought, oh my gosh, the curse is finally lifting. And then yesterday I woke up and I was back to square one. Literally all I want to do is just get back into bed with my hot water bottle, but I can't because I've got a job interview today. Why do you do these things to me? As most of you know, at the beginning of this year I gave up teaching to go into social media content creation full time, and it has been an interesting path. Many twists and turns. You never know what's going to happen next. Some months it feels like it's going really well. You got brands wanting to work with you. You got money coming in. You're like, hey, I am actually making progress. And then the next month it's like crickets. So I ended up taking on some freelance work as a social media manager, and that was something that I really enjoyed because I was still working in social media. I was still doing content creation, but it was a way to step outside of just my own content, because I think when you're especially a lifestyle content creator and your content is your life, that has got so many weird elements to it, because your life is then your job and your job is your life, and it's kind of strange. I don't dislike it, but sometimes it's nice to like focus on something other than myself. So I really enjoyed doing a little bit of freelance work, and so when I saw an advertisement for a full-time position as a social media manager in an organization that I think would be really great to work for, I know a few people who work there who say it's a great place to work, it's local, it's close, the money is decent, I was like, maybe it could be me. So the interview is today, and of course I am this snotty, gross, disgusting mess. I can't say my M's. I'm holding off on taking the Lemsip that I need to take in order to survive, because I'm not really supposed to take any kind of paracetamol with my liver condition, which it's like, where does this end, this spiral of madness? Because it's the liver condition that has affected my immune system, which is making me so sick, but also I can't counter that with any kind of tablets because of my dodgy liver. Pull it together, liver. I need to be ready within the next hour and a half, so I got loads of time. I think the only logical thing to do is just to like do my eye makeup and do my hair and leave the face for last, because I keep sneezing and there's no point in like putting on a full face and then sneezing it all off, you know? When it comes to this job, my feelings are very much like, I'm open. If I get the job, amazing, I'm gonna be thrilled, and if I don't, that is also cool. I'm kind of just at a point in my life where I'm trying not to plan too heavily or like put all my eggs into any kind of basket, because after the drama that was 2020, calling off an engagement, not having a job, not having anywhere to live, and just looking around at the chaos and being like, how did this become my life? I think it's given me a new perspective, and instead of thinking like, I really want this job and I need to have this job and blah 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 blah, I'm just open. If I get the job, super. If not, that's also fine. And it's actually taken a lot of the stress out of my life. Okay. I don't know if there's enough concealer in the world for this nose. Let's do it. Okay, I just got back from the interview and I think it went really well. It's bright out there right now. Shout out to Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation for making my zombie-like face look normal. I feel like death on the inside, but I look pretty good on the outside. I was pretty nervous going into that interview, honestly, because I just didn't really know what to expect, because I was a teacher for so many years and I knew how teaching interviews went. I knew what kinds of questions they were going to ask. I knew what kinds of activities they would probably line up, and I had all of this experience to call on. But going to an interview for, like, you know, more of a corporate girly job, I didn't really know what to expect at all. I had to give a presentation, I had to do like a written test, and that was fine. And I think I answered all of the questions pretty well. I didn't sneeze on anyone. Generally presented myself as like a very normal human, and I think that's good. Well, happy Friday Eve, and it is officially Halloweekend. Oh my gosh, there's so much left to do before Halloween. I know it isn't until Tuesday, but like, we gotta step it up this weekend, even though the weatherman just said it was gonna be raining tomorrow. That doesn't bode well for a styrofoam graveyard. They're not the vibes that we need. Speaking of vibes, look at my outfit. I mean, absolutely, the lighting isn't great. It was a better effect earlier when my hair was still done, but just go with me. I feel like it's a whole, like, who is she, does she live in Stars Hollow kind of vibe. Because that is where I wish to be right now. No, I take it back. I wish to be exactly where I am because I'm about to head out to a pumpkin painting party. My sister-in-law is hosting it and I have literally no idea what to expect. I don't think I'm gonna paint a pumpkin. She did offer that we could paint or carve. I don't have particularly great painting skills, so I think I'm safer just carving. But then carving is messy. But then painting is messy. I don't know. I'm gonna be leaving with some kind of pumpkin, that's all I know. And that is literally all I know. I also know that my brother has the flu and I'm gonna take a disinfectant spray and literally spray him down. Because you know, my immune system has not been good recently and I just can't take any chances. If it means literally bleaching my loved ones, I'm fully prepared to do that. I will. I'll spray him in the face. I'm just the best house guest. I look absolutely frightful today, but this is not my Halloween mask, friends. No, this is just what I look like with a cold when I haven't washed my hair in many days. I'm gonna be rocking this pale, sickly look today because I'm going to a costume party / dinner later, and I don't want to put on a full face of makeup and then wash it off and start over in a few hours. So enjoy my greasy face. We are fully into Halloween prep this weekend. The weather is completely against us. Right now it looks beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful autumnal vibes. But I watched the weather forecast this morning and it is meant to rain all afternoon. So we're not going to be putting the graveyard out today just because we don't want it to get like swept away by the wind and the rain. But we're touching a few things up. So I've been working on touching up some gravestones that had like a few chips out of them. I got paint all over my jeans. Now I'm gonna work on trying to jazz up this skull. It came in the same set as the hands that we have for our graveyard ghoul, and we're gonna use this to put on the graveyard fence gate. But right now he looks really tacky. He's just, I'm sorry, sir, don't look at me like that. He's just very plastic and very cheap looking. So I'm gonna see what I can do to make him look a little bit better. I have no real plan. I have seen some people on TikTok, which is where I get all my great ideas that never turn out the way I want them to. But I saw some people on TikTok using like plastic bags and a heat gun and using it to melt the plastic onto the skull to look like flesh. But I don't have a heat gun, so I'm gonna try and do it with my hairdryer. And I don't know how hot heat guns are, so maybe this is fully ridiculous, thinking that they're the same. Probably is. But we're gonna try. Let's try. Can confirm that my hairdryer doesn't get hot enough to literally melt plastic. What was I thinking? When I say it out loud, it sounds like I'm a fool thinking that would work, but I thought I would give it a go. It 100% did not work, so I'm just gonna Mod Podge it. I have a headache, and I'm not sure if it's because of the cold that I have or if it's because of the sheer amount of paint and glue fumes that I subjected myself to today, but I am struggling. But I gotta pull it together because we're going out to this costume party dinner situation. Remember a few weeks ago when I went out for lunch with my mom just randomly on a Friday, and I said how my neighbours had bought a pub/restaurant and the food there was really good? Well, while we were there, we found out that they were having this Halloween party tonight. So we booked a table. We're gonna go over, have some more food because the food was amazing, dress up, it's a costume party, and then they're having live music and entertainment. So it's gonna be really fun. I just have to like mentally get myself in the game. I'm about to start getting my face ready. I'm gonna be Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas because back in, it must have been 2019, whenever I was in California with Cody, I bought a really cute Sally dress from Spirit Halloween, and that just feels like a very practical costume to wear because it's nothing like big or uncomfortable. And since I'm in a restaurant, you know, like I don't want like a big hat or anything, I just want something that's going to be comfy. However, that dress was bought for pre-pandemic Aimee, who was significantly smaller than post-pandemic Aimee. So I think I'm gonna have to squeeze myself into my little Amazon suck me in bodysuit to fit into the dress. That bodysuit, by the way, game changer. I bought it to wear just like, you know how people wear Skims and they just wear it with jeans? Well, I can't justify spending like what, £60 for Skims. It's expensive. So I got like a knockoff from Amazon to wear just like as a top, but I've ended up wearing it so many times like under dresses and skirts and stuff that are just a little bit snug because it just like sucks it all in. It's really good. Let's do it. You're on the shelf, you're not straight. I'm wearing a suck me in bodysuit and I think I'm losing my mind a little bit. I ran into a major costume mishap. Breathe. I'm doing my makeup, I'm getting ready. The main theme of the makeup, blue. I can't find my blue eyeshadow palette. Did I declutter that? Did I get rid of it? I called my niece. I was like, hey, did I give you that in the stuff that I got rid of? She's like, can't see it here. But she's 14. 14-year-olds don't get up and look for things. So maybe I did, maybe I didn't, I don't know. But now my dad has very kindly gone into town to buy me a new blue eyeshadow palette. I know. Literally of the best dad who ever lived. And I'm freaking out and I need to calm down. Breathe. Okay, I'm gonna let you know how it goes. We have a palette. It is not the right shade of blue. Breathe with me, people. We're gonna try and make it work. I can definitely work with that. I can work with that. Good job. Well done on breathing. That's excellent. Where is my blending brush? Maybe you shouldn't have taken so much on the brush at once. I think it came together pretty well considering everything was against me. Time, color theory, everything. I can't get my shoes on. Why is my life always this erratic? I know the answer. The answer is me. I am the common denominator. I am the one who is always making my life more difficult than it needs to be. That's as much time as we have for an outfit check. Okay, it's the next day. We can all officially breathe. I know that was really melodramatic last night, wasn't it? I really want to live a more peaceful life. I do. I do. I don't know why I am this way. Anyway, last night was great, but when I walked downstairs in my full, you know, blue face costume, and by the way, my tights, I drew those stitches onto my tights when the tights were on my legs, because otherwise they wouldn't have been stretched right for me to draw on them. So I put the tights on, drew Sharpie stitches onto the tights, and then at the end of the night when I took the tights off, the Sharpie is all over my legs and it won't come off. So I just have Sharpie stitches on my legs for the next, I don't know, 3 to 5 business days. This is just my new life. But anyway, I walked downstairs full Sally. I mean, I didn't walk downstairs, I ran downstairs in a frenzy. You saw me. And my parents, neither of them had costumes on. I was like, excuse me, we're going to a costume party. And then when we got to the actual like restaurant, we were there earlier because we were having food first, and I was the only one in the whole restaurant with a costume on. Like the staff had costumes on, but every other customer in there was just like in their normal clothes, just eating food and being normal people. And then I was blue. But the fun thing was, I really didn't care. And I think I've lost a lot of my self-consciousness and like caring about what I look like, because even afterwards, like, we had really great food and then a singer came on. It was really fun, people were dancing, it was a great time. But then when we left, we decided to like call into our more local pub that's just on the way home, just to see what was going on there. They had live music on also last night, and again, there wasn't even a Halloween party over there, because at least at the first place, as the night went on, more people came in with costumes on. But the second place, this local pub, it wasn't even a Halloween party. It was just me dressed as Sally and everyone else was normal. But I just didn't care. I think that's kind of the beauty of getting older. You just don't have the capacity to care what people think about you anymore. So plan for the day is to finish off a few more props, get that skull from yesterday painted, finish fixing up the gravestones. I'm gonna make those ghosty pizzas that I tried to make last week and completely failed at. Full-blown Halloween fun today, as evidenced by my t-shirt. Oh, there's so much Mod Podge in my hair. So I just finished upcycling that B&M Bargains tacky plastic skull, and I think he's looking pretty good. He's just drying. We have had a change of plans though. We were meant to put everything outside today, but we were forecast 30 to 40 mile per hour winds, and we were like, maybe not, because those gravestones are polystyrene. So everything is just like ready to go, but it just can't go outside yet. But it is what it is. Just gonna work on carving some pumpkins, making sure everything is good to go, and then tomorrow we should be able to put it all out. Boo. Oh hey, guess who forgot to wrap up the vlog again? So yesterday afternoon ended up being pretty chilled. I made my ghosty pizza and it was amazing. Like, for all that the dough was a disaster last week, it was 10 out of 10 this week. I'll recommend. I'll put the recipe down below because it's like literally the whole pizza I think was 5 ingredients and it was delicious. After that, I just chilled out. I watched Wednesday on Netflix for a little bit and I went to bed super early. I was so tired last night. I don't know why. I was in bed asleep by 9. But I think last week was a pretty productive week. Like, when you break it down, I went for a job interview. What else did I do? I carved a pumpkin. The bad news is the weather forecast is not good for tomorrow, which is Halloween, but I'm just gonna embrace it, put out all of the decorations and just hope that they don't all blow away. Anyway, that'll be in next week's vlog. We're gonna wrap up this one because I forgot to do it yesterday. But remember that you are enough just as you are. I love you so much. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you had an awesome Halloweekend and happy Halloween. Bye.